Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we have here a very interesting pair of wireless earbuds. Now this is actually from Huawei. Check this out, and it's called the HUAWEI FreeClips. Now the reason why it's called the HUAWEI FreeClips is because the way these earbuds are designed is actually very unique. Now what Huawei is calling this is actually the C-bridge design, and what you can see here is that it's a super tiny piece of item that looks like a bean on one end and a ball on the other end. Now if you take a closer look at it, you'll notice that basically the sound will be coming through this little ball right here, and how you put on the clip is actually very interesting. How it works is that you just put it onto your ears, and just like that, you've got the free clips onto your ears. So it works for both left and right sides as well. And I'm not sure what you think about this kind of look on the ears. Some people might think it looks very similar to an earring, but actually the design itself is very clever, and I'll get into that a bit more later. But just check this out. What do you guys think of having an earbuds like this? Honestly speaking, just in terms of comfort, you barely feel the bud or the free clip on your ear, and that's because the device itself is super lightweight. And also bear in mind that this is sort of like an open ear kind of concept, where it's not like your typical, in-ear earbuds like this. This is an example of an in-ear earbud where you have to push the rubber tips all the way into your ear canals, and some of you might actually feel that uncomfortable. And if you are listening to that for long periods of time, you just get a lot of pain or discomfort in your ears itself. So with this open ear design and this brand new C-bridge, very cute tiny bud here, this is actually helping you remove all that discomfort, and of course, it's going to stay on your ears quite firmly as well. So again, let me know what you think about this concept. Honestly speaking, in my personal opinion, I think it looks quite alright. I think it doesn't look too fancy or too fashion-ish. I would say it still looks quite alright, and again, this is how it looks like on both your right and left ears. Alright, so let's talk a bit about the fit itself, guys. So the reason why it's actually designed like that is because it's supposed to give you the minimum pressure on your ears themselves. So again, you won't really feel like the free clips are on your ears, and it's actually super tight in the sense where if you're just jogging, so I was out just walking around, taking a couple of vlogs here, running about in the gym, doing a quick run on the treadmill, and I noticed that with even a lot of movements, the free clip really held on to my ears very firmly without dropping off the ground. So that's actually something pretty cool, because if you just take a look at a lot of the typical open ear design kind of earbuds, those without those rubber tips, they will definitely fall out without a doubt, guys. So it's definitely going to fall if you're doing a lot of vigorous action, especially again if you are someone who's running outside on the road or anything like that. Speaking about running outdoors, now with this kind of open ear design, again, it is actually a safer kind of option compared to the in-ear ones, although I know some of them do have ANC and you have the transparency mode. But with these earbuds, you can definitely be aware of your surroundings, so you don't need to be worried about missing out if a car is just coming by. Now obviously, what I found is that in very noisy place, or maybe during a lunch session with a lot of people in a restaurant, obviously you will still be able to hear some kind of noise in the environment itself. Speaking about the audio quality, I think that's also something that we should talk about here, because when I first put this on for the first time, I initially thought that the audio would not sound great, but I was very wrong. The audio coming out from this is actually quite good. So it doesn't matter on the kind of genre of songs that you're listening to. So I do a lot of lo-fi, I do a lot of techno as well, and I was quite surprised with the amount of bass that's actually coming through. Again, obviously, since this is an open ear concept, you won't really feel those bass like thumping into your ears, but the quality, the mids and the highs, they are very clear. If you're listening to songs with a lot of vocals, you will be able to hear them very clearly on the HUAWEI FreeClips. I know it's still on my ears, by the way. Other than that, what else can you do? Yes, if you are connected to a Huawei phone, you can actually download the app, the AI Live app, and in here you have a ton more of different settings. You can go into the sound effects, which you do have a couple of different ones here. You can go into the sound quality, prioritize connection over quality and all that. You can even adjust the gestures, the buttons, how you're going to find the earphones. A lot of stuff can be found in the app itself, which is again very helpful. Now on to the gestures and how you actually control the earbuds themselves is also again quite interesting. You might be wondering if you should be tapping on the ball or on the bean, but those are not the correct ones. You are actually typing on that C-bridge itself, so it's quite a wide surface area where you can actually control the earbuds. A simple double tap can be either a play or pause, or you can even triple tap it to increase volume, go to the previous song. You customize all those settings in the app itself. But again, a very clever implementation, because all you need to do is just double tap on any section of that C-bridge and you will be able to control your earbuds. I think it's a very clever design. I also did tested out something, and that is actually the call quality. So I made a couple of calls to a few friends. The good news is that they are able to hear me very clearly, even though we have this a bit of a distance, but they can still hear me very clearly through calls, so that's not going to be a huge issue. If you're going to be joining a lot of meetings with your colleagues, I think you don't have to be concerned about the audio quality. It's going to be good enough for you to have a proper call. Now last but not least, in terms of the battery life, what are we getting here? Well, basically the buds themselves are able to last up to 8 hours on a single charge, and of course if you use it with the case, you can get up to 36 hours. So that's pretty much what you can expect with the HUAWEI FreeClips. Again, I think this is a very unique and interesting pair of wireless earbuds. This is not something that you see very often in the market being innovated. We always see the same kind of form factor when it comes to TWS earbuds, wireless earbuds, or anything, but these are actually very unique, and the fact that they do work very well, aside from being very cleverly designed, means a lot to me. Anyways, if you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. These will be available in Malaysia very soon. I'll put in the latest pricings again in the description box below, together with any promotions that HUAWEI Malaysia is having, but I think you should definitely check this out. It doesn't matter if you are an open ear kind of design person, or if you are someone who uses a lot of these in-ear earbuds. This is actually still quite cool. Having said that, thank you for watching today's video all the way till the end. Really appreciate you guys staying here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.